In this video, we're going to continue looking at the method of differences as a way of evaluating series. So here's a familiar-ish one, and we're going to make this harder in a moment, but pause the video and have a go at this one yourself. So standard sort of two-part question here, expressing an algebraic fraction in partial fractions, and then using it to use the method of differences. So we will rewrite that as we'll have 1 over r plus 1 r plus 2, and we'll set that equal to something over r plus 1 plus something over r plus 2. That implies that 1 is identical with a r plus 2 plus b r plus 1, and we'll figure out what they are. So when r is negative 2, we'll get 1 is equal to 0 here, and then r plus negative 2 is minus 1, so minus b, implying that b is minus 1. And then when we set r equal to minus 1, we're going to get 1 is equal to 0 over here, and then r minus 1 plus 2 is 1, so there a is 1. So it means that in partial fractions we have 1 over r plus 1 minus 1 over r plus 2. Standard kind of setup ready for method of differences. So in thinking about this sum, we're just saying that r is going to go from starting at 1, then 2, and 3, and so on, dot, 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 all the way to n minus 1 and then n. So our fractions, 1 over r plus 1 and minus 1 over r plus 2. When r equals 1, we've got 1 over 2, and then we've got 1 over 3, and then we've got 1 over 4. And here, 1 over n minus 1 plus 1 is 1 over n, and then finally 1 over n plus 1. Here we've got minus 1 over r plus 2, so that's minus a third, minus a quarter, minus a fifth. And then down here, well, n minus 1 plus 2 is minus 1 over n plus 1, and then we have minus 1 over n plus 2. Okay, we're ready for our cancelling. So you see that, by the way, in exams, if you think about, you don't want to be scribbling out your work, either just use a different colour, or some people kind of draw like a little line between these to sort of show cancellings like that, or they just circle the bits that don't cancel. It's a good way of doing it if you don't want to actually scribble over your work, and you don't because you're going to get marks for this. So these two cancel, and the only ones that survive are the half and the minus 1 over n plus 2. So that's our answer. The answer is 1 half minus 1 over n plus 2. And there it is, and you can neaten it up if it wants it in a single fraction, but this is totally fine. Okay, a little variation then. So suppose we've been asked this, exactly the same thing, but we're not going up to n, we're going from n up to 2n. So there's two approaches here. If we were asked this question like this in an exam, just straight from this to this, essentially I would just do the same thing I did before, like this, but starting at n and going up to 2n, and I'll show you how to do that. If we'd already found an expression like this, we could use that to answer this question. So let me show you both of those. So suppose we would just ask the question like this, and suppose we already know the answer to the partial fractions question, that it's 1 over r plus 1 minus 1 over r plus 2. So suppose we already have that. Well, if we'd been just asked this question, here's how I'd do it. I'd say that my r value is going to go from n, and then n plus 1, and then n plus 2, all the way up to, well, this penultimate term is 2n minus 1, and the last term is 2n. And so my fractions look like this. 1 over r plus 1 looks like 1 over n plus 1, then 1 over n plus 2, then 1 over n plus 3, all the way up to, well, 1 over r plus 1, if that's the r, then that plus 1 is just 1 over 2n, and the last one is 1 over 2n plus 1. And then for the 1 over r plus 2 terms, or minus 1 over r plus 2, it's minus 1 over n plus 2, minus 1 over n plus 3, minus 1 over n plus 4, dot, 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 and then minus 1 over 2n plus 1, and minus 1 over 2n plus 2. And then you see that the things that cancel are these, and these, leaving only 1 over n plus 1 minus 1 over 2n plus 2. And so that's our answer. Now this does actually simplify nicely because you've got a common denominator, because that's 1 over n plus 1 minus a half over n plus 1, giving us in total half over n plus 1, or 1 over 2n plus 2. Let's just leave it as 1 over 2n plus 2. So there's our answer, and that's how I would answer this question if it had just been asked to me like this in an exam. Alternatively, if I had already answered this one, which is the 1 to n version, how would I adapt that? Well, I'd simply take my answer here, and I'd use it to evaluate the sum from 1 to 2n, and then subtract the sum from 1 to n minus 1. Let me just dwell on that a moment. If you want the sum of a sequence from n to 2n, you sort of imagine going, well, from 1 up to, this is what I imagine. I imagine this big sequence like this that goes all the way up to 2n via n minus 1 and n. I say this bit here is just equal to the whole thing from 1 to 2n minus the bit from 1 to n minus 1. So I'd be taking my formula from before, this one here. Okay, I'll just take a note of that here. So that's half minus 1 over n plus 2. And I'd be subbing in first 2n and then n minus 1 and subtracting. So if I replace the n with 2n, I get a half minus 1 over 2n plus 2. And then I'm subtracting what I get when I sub in n minus 1. And when I sub in n minus 1, I get a half minus 1 over, well, replace the n with n minus 1, and I get n plus 1. Expand this, I get half and half cancel. I'm left with 1 over n plus 1 minus 1 over 2n plus 2. Exactly what I got up here. So that's also going to be the same as 1 over 2n plus 2. So basically what I'm saying is there's two ways of doing this, one of which I would use if I already had the result for the sum from 1 to n, which is this method down here, and one of which I would use if I didn't have that, because it's probably quicker to just evaluate this straight away, just starting at n and going up to 2n. Okay, that's all for now. Stick around, and in the next video we'll look at some harder method of difference problems.